Hello, I'm Darren Day. Welcome to a collection of my favourite nursery rhymes. Have a sing along with me if you want, and here's the first one, the one and only Humpty Dumpty.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went the lamb was sure to go. It followed her to school one day, that was against the rule. It made the children laugh and play to see a lamb at school. And so the teacher turned it out, but still it lingered near, and waited patiently about till Mary did appear. Why does the lamb love Mary so, the eager children cry? Why, Mary loves the lamb, you know, the teacher did reply. Ride a cock horse to Banbury Cross, to see a fine lady upon a white horse, with rings on her fingers and bells on her toes. She shall have music wherever she goes. Ring-a-ring-a-rose is a pocket full of posies. A tissue, we all fall down. Simple Simon met a pieman going to the fair. Says Simple Simon to the pieman, let me taste your ware. Says the pieman to Simple Simon, show me first your penny. Says Simple Simon to the pieman, indeed I have not any. Simple Simon went a-fishing for to catch a whale. All the water he had got was in his mother's pail. Simple Simon went to look if plums grew on a thistle. He pricked his fingers very much, which made poor Simon whistle. He went for water in a sieve, but soon it all fell through. And now poor Simple Simon bids you all adieu. Baa Baa Black Sheep, have you any wool? Yes sir, 3 bags full. One for the master and one for the dame, one for the little boy who lives down the lane. You shall have a fishy when the boat comes in. Who killed Cock Robin? I, said the sparrow. With my bow and arrow, I killed Cock Robin. Who saw him die? I, said the fly. With my little eye, I saw him die. Who caught his blood? I, said the fish. With my little dish, I caught his blood. Who'll make the shroud? I, said the beetle. With my thread and needle, I'll make the shroud. Who'll dig his grave? I, said the owl. With my pick and shovel, I'll dig his grave. Who'll be the parson? I, said the rook. With my little book, I'll be the parson. Who'll be the clerk? I, said the lark. If it's not in the dark, I'll be the clerk. Who'll carry the link? I, said the linnet. I'll fetch it in a minute. I'll carry the link. Who'll be chief mourner? I, said the dove. I mourn for my love. I'll be chief mourner. Who'll carry the coffin? I, said the kite. If it's not through the night, I'll carry the coffin. Who'll bear the pall? We, said the wren, both the cock and the hen, we'll bear the pall. Who'll sing a psalm? I, said the thrush, as she sat on a bush. I'll sing a psalm. Who'll toll the bell? I, said the bull, because I can pull, I'll toll the bell. All the birds of the air fell a singing and sobbing when they heard the bell toll for poor Cock Robin.
Hey, diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such fun, and the dish ran away with the spoon. I saw a ship a-sailing on the sea, and oh, but it was laden with pretty things for thee. There were comforts in the cabin and apples in the hold. The sails were made of silk and the masts were made of gold. The 24 sailors that stood between the decks were 24 white mice with chains about their necks. The captain was a duck with a packet on his back, and when the ship began to move, the captain said quack quack.
Dr. Foster went to Gloucester in a shower of rain. He stepped in a puddle right up to his middle and never went there again. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed at home. This little piggy had roast beef. This little piggy had none. And this little piggy cried, I can't find my way home. Wee Willie Winkie runs through the town, upstairs and downstairs, in his nightgown, rapping at the window, crying through the lock. Are the children all in bed? For now, it's 8 o'clock.
Pussycat, pussycat, where have you been? I've been to London to look at the Queen. Pussycat, pussycat, what did you there? I frightened a little mouse under the chair. And lemons, say the bells of St Clement's. You owe me 5 farthings, say the bells of St Martin's. When will you pay me, say the bells of Old Bailey. When I grow rich, say the bells of Shoreditch. When will that be, say the bells of Stepney. I'm sure I don't know, says the great bell at Bow. Here comes a candle to light you to bed. Here comes a chopper to chop off your head. Old King Cole was a merry old soul, and a merry old soul was he. He called for his pipe, and he called for his bowl, and he called for his fiddlers 3. There was a crooked man, and he walked a crooked mile. He found a crooked sixpence against a crooked stile. He bought a crooked cat, which caught a crooked mouse, and they all lived together in a little crooked house. If your daughters do not like them, give them to your sons. But if you haven't any of these pretty little elves, you cannot do better than to eat them for yourselves. They all ran after the farmer's wife, who cut off their tails with a carving knife. Did you ever see such a thing in your life as three blind mice?
If all the seas were one sea, what a great sea that would be. If all the trees were one tree, what a great tree that would be. And if all the axes were one axe, what a great axe that would be. And if all the men were one man, what a great man that would be. And if the great man took the great axe and cut down the great tree and let it fall into the great sea, what a splish splash that would be.
What's our little boys made of? What's our little boys made of? Frogs and snails and puppy dogs' tails. That's what boys are made of. What's our little girls made of? What's our little girls made of? Sugar and spice and all that's nice. That's what girls are made of.
Little Tommy Tucker sings for his supper. What shall we give him? White bread and butter. How shall he cut it? Without a knife. How will he be married? Without a wife.
Yankee Doodle came to town, riding on a pony. Stuck a feather in his cap and called it macaroni.
This is the house that Jack built. This is the malt that lay in the house that Jack built. This is the rat that ate the malt that lay in the house that Jack built. This is the cat that killed the rat that ate the malt that lay in the house that Jack built. This is the dog that worried the cat that killed the rat that ate the malt that lay in the house that Jack built. This is the cow with the crumpled horn that tossed the dog that worried the cat that killed the rat that ate the malt that lay in the house that Jack built. This is the maiden all forlorn that milked the cow with the crumpled horn that tossed the dog that worried the cat that killed the rat that ate the malt that lay in the house that Jack built. This is the man all tattered and torn that kissed the maiden all forlorn that milked the cow with the crumpled horn that tossed the dog that worried the cat that killed the rat that ate the malt that lay in the house that Jack built. This is the priest all shaven and shorn that married the man all tattered and torn that kissed the maiden all forlorn that milked the cow with the crumpled horn that tossed the dog that worried the cat that killed the rat that ate the malt that lay in the house that Jack built. This is the cock that crowed in the morn that woke the priest all shaven and shorn that married the man all tattered and torn that kissed kissed the maiden all forlorn, that milked the cow with the crumpled horn, that tossed the dog, that worried the cat, that killed the rat, that ate the malt, that lay in the house that Jack built. This is the farmer sowing his corn, that kept the cock that crowed in the morn, that woke the priest all shaven and shorn, that married the man all tattered and torn, that kissed the maiden all forlorn, that milked the cow with the crumpled horn, that tossed the dog, that worried the cat, that killed the rat, that ate the malt, that lay in the house that Jack built.
Sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of rye, 24 blackbirds baked in a pie. When the pie was open, the birds began to sing. Oh, wasn't that a dainty dish to set before the king? The king was in his counting house, counting out his money. The queen was in the parlour, eating bread and honey. The maid was in the garden, hanging out the clothes. Then along came a blackbird and bent up her nose. Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep and can't tell where to find them. Leave them alone and they'll come home, dragging their tails behind them. Little Bo Peep fell fast asleep and dreamt she heard the bleating. But when she awoke, she found it a joke, for they were still all fleeting.
Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck one and the mouse ran down. Hickory dickory dock.
Cock-a-doodle doo, my dame has lost her shoe. My master's lost his fiddlestick and knows not what to do. Polly, put the kettle on. Polly, put the kettle on. Polly, put the kettle on. We'll all have tea. Suki, take it off again. Suki, take it off again. Suki, take it off again. They've all gone away. Pat a cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Pat it and prick it and mark it with B, and put it in the oven for baby and me.
Tom he was a piper's son. He learnt to play when he was young. The only tune that he could play was over the hills and far away. Over the hills and a great way off, the wind shall blow my top knot off. Tom with his pipe made such a noise that he pleased both the girls and boys. And they all stopped to hear him play over the hills and far away. Tom with his pipe did play with such skill that those who heard him could never keep still. As soon as he played, they began to dance. Even pigs on their hind legs would after him prance. As Dolly was milking a cow one day, Tom took his pipe and began to play. So Doll and the cow danced the Cheshire round till the pail was broken and the milk ran on the ground. He met old Dame Trot with a basket of eggs. He used his pipe and she used her legs. She danced about till the eggs were all broke. She began to fret, but he laughed at the joke. Tom saw a cross fellow was beating an ass, heavy laden with pots, pans, dishes and glass. He took out his pipe and he played them a tune, and the poor donkey's load was lightened full soon. Two legs sat upon three legs, with one leg in his lap. In comes four legs, and runs away with one leg. Up jumps two legs, catches up three legs, throws it after four legs, and makes him bring one back.
Rock-a-bye, baby, thy cradle is green. Father's a nobleman, mother's a queen. Betty's a lady and wears a gold ring. And Johnny's a drummer who drums for the king.
As I was going to St Ives, I met a man with 7 wives. Each wife had 7 sacks. Each sack had 7 cats. Each cat had 7 kits. Kits, cats, sacks and wives. How many were there going to St Ives? Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack jump over the candlestick.
Lucy Locket lost her pocket, Kitty Fisher found it. Not a penny was there in it, only ribbon round it.
Pease porridge hot, pease porridge cold, pease porridge in the pot, 9 days old. Some like it hot, some like it cold, some like it in the pot, 9 days old.
A cat came a fiddling out of a barn with a pair of bagpipes under her arm. She could sing nothing but fiddle comfy. The mouse has married the humblebee. Pipe, cat, dance, mouse. We'll have a wedding at our good house.
Handy Spandy, Jack-a-dandy, loves plum cake and sugar candy. He bought some at a grocer's shop, and out he came, hop, 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 hop.
Hush-a-bye, baby, on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall, and down will come baby, cradle and all.
There was an old woman, lived under a hill, and if she's not gone, she lives there still.
goosey gander, whither shall I wander? Upstairs and downstairs and in my lady's chamber. There I met an old man who would not say his prayers. I took him by the left leg and threw him down the stairs.
If all the world were paper, and all the sea were ink, if all the trees were bread and cheese, what should we have to drink?
Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. There came a big spider who sat down beside her, who frightened Miss Muffet away.
Where are you going to, my pretty maid? I'm going a-milking, sir, she said. I'm going a-milking. May I go with you, my pretty maid? You're kindly welcome, sir, she said. You're kindly welcome, sir. Say, will you marry me, my pretty maid? Yes, if you please, kind sir, she said. Yes, if you please, kind sir. What is your father, my pretty maid? My father's a farmer, sir, she said. My father's a farmer, sir. What is your fortune, my pretty maid? My face is my fortune, sir, she said. My face is my fortune, sir. Then I can't marry you, my pretty maid. Nobody asked you, sir, she said. Nobody asked you, sir, she said. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper, a peck of pickled pepper Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper, where's the peck of pickled pepper Peter Piper picked?
Oh, the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill and he marched them down again. And when they were up, they were up. And when they were down, they were down. And when they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down.
Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to fetch her poor dog a bone. But when she came there, the cupboard was bare, and so the poor dog had none. She took a clean dish to get him some tripe, but when she came back, he was smoking a pipe. She went to the alehouse to get him some beer, but when she came back, the dog sat in a chair. She went to the tavern for white wine and red, but when she came back, the dog stood on his head. She went to the fruiter's to buy him some fruit, but when she came back, he was playing the flute. She went to the tailor's to buy him a coat, but when she came back, he was riding a goat. She went to the hatter's to buy him a hat, but when she came back, he was feeding the cat. She went to the barber's to buy him a wig, but when she came back, he was dancing a jig. She went to the cobbler's to buy him some shoes, but when she came back, he was reading the news. She went to the seamstress to buy him some linen, but when she came back, the dog was a-spinning. She went to the hosier's to buy him some hose, but when she came back, he was dressed in his clothes. The dame made a curtsy, the dog made a bow, The dame said, your servant. The dog said, bow wow. Come, let's to bed, says Sleepyhead. Tarry a while, says Slow. Put on the pot, says Greedy Gut. We'll sup before we go. Punch and Judy fought for a pie. Punch gave Judy a knock in the eye. Says Punch to Judy, will you have any more? Says Judy to Punch, my eye is sore.
Seesaw, Marjorie Daw, Jackie shall have a new master. Jackie shall earn but a penny a day because he can't work any faster.
Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub, and how do you think they got there? The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, they all jumped out of a rotten potato. It was enough to make a man stare.
One, two, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, knock at the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8, lay them straight. 9, 10, a big fat hen. 11, 12, dig and delve. 13, 14, maids a courting. 15, 16, maids in the kitchen. 17, 18, maids in waiting. 19, 20, my plate's empty. She made some tarts all on a summer's day. The knave of hearts, he stole the tarts and took them clean away. The king of hearts called for the tarts and beat the knave full sore. The knave of hearts brought back the tarts and vowed he'd steal no more.
Two little dicky birds sitting on a wall. One named Peter, one named Paul. Fly away, Peter. Fly away, Paul. Come back, Peter. Come back, Paul. The cock crows in the morn to tell us to rise, and he that lies late will never be wise. For early to bed and early to rise is the way to be healthy and wealthy and wise.
One, two, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let it go again. Why did you let it go? Because it bit my finger so. Which finger did it bite? This little finger on the right.
3 young rats with black felt hats. 3 young ducks with white straw flats. 3 young dogs with curling tails. 3 young cats with demi-veils went out to walk with 2 young pigs in satin vests and sorrel wigs. But suddenly it chanced to rain, and so they all went home again.
Boys and girls, come out to play. The moon doth shine as bright as day. Leave your supper and leave your sleep and join your playfellows in the street. Come with a whoop and come with a call. Come with goodwill or not at all. Up the ladder and down the wall. A halfpenny loaf will serve us all. You find milk and I'll find flour, and we'll have a pudding in half an hour. I saw 3 ships come sailing by, come sailing by, come sailing by. I saw 3 ships come sailing by on New Year's Day in the morning. And what do you think was in them then, was in them then, was in them then? And what do you think was in them then on New Year's Day in the morning? 3 pretty girls were in them then, were in them then, were in them then. 3 pretty girls were in them then on New Year's Day in the morning. One could whistle and one could sing and one could play on the violin. Such joy there was at my wedding on New Year's Day in the morning.
Little boy blue, come blow your horn. The sheep's in the meadow, the cow's in the corn. But where is the boy who looks after the sheep? He's under a haystack, fast asleep. Will you wake him? No, not I. For if I do, he's sure to cry.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. Build it up with wood and clay, wood and clay, wood and clay. Build it up with wood and clay, my fair lady. Wood and clay will wash away, wash away, wash away. Wood and clay will wash away, my fair lady. Build it up with bricks and mortar, bricks and mortar, bricks and mortar. Build it up with bricks and mortar, my fair lady. Bricks and mortar will not stay, will not stay, will not stay. Bricks and mortar will not stay, my fair lady. Build it up with iron and steel, iron and steel, iron and steel. Build it up with iron and steel, my fair lady. Iron and steel will bend and bow, bend and bow, bend and bow. Iron and steel will bend and bow, my fair lady. Build it up with silver and gold, silver and gold, silver and gold. Build it up with silver and gold, my fair lady. Silver and gold will be stolen away, stolen away, stolen away. Silver and gold will be stolen away, my fair lady. Set a man to watch all night, watch all night, watch all night. Set a man to watch all night, my fair lady. Suppose the man should fall asleep, fall asleep, fall asleep. Suppose the man should fall asleep, my fair lady. Give him a pipe to smoke all night, smoke all night, smoke all night. Give him a pipe to smoke all night, my fair lady. The north wind doth blow, and we shall have snow. And what will poor Robin do then, poor thing? He'll sit in the barn and keep himself warm. and hide his head under his wing.
Poor thing.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Up Jack got and home did trot as fast as he could caper. He went to bed to mend his head with vinegar and brown paper.
Well, me and my friend Daisy, we enjoyed singing them. Hope you did too. If you'd like to see them all again, just rewind the tape. Bye-bye for now.